The day began with a serene and appreciatory prayer, thanking God for the life He has bestowed on us. The prayer was followed by the commencement of the morning assembly with a thought-provoking video, a quiet, almost haunting amalgamation of rare birds and their songs, posing a daunting question before us. Would we soon stop hearing this? Why? This was an alarming and formidable wake-up call to unravel our critical thinking.
Ma'am, we might not hear these sounds in the future because these species might go extinct.
Ma'am, since we are in age of modernization, we are usually, everyone buys more, and due to cell towers, the frequency they cannot handle it, and this is the reason they will be extinct in future.
The themes of compensatory afforestation were then explored, and we were exposed to the disturbing reality. 1,000-year-old forests felled and replaced with lifeless monoculture plantation? Are we losing our ecosystem, our own habitat, our planet, our home? Compromising and putting at stake the tradition of coexistence just to exploit everything tangible and intangible which can be cherished to mere numbers on paper? We were then apprised of Maharashtra's plan to submerge 658 hectares of forest and cut over 3 lakh trees to build a dam.
Over the last 6 to 8 months, the following news items that you're going to see is what's been popping up on my feed and making me really upset every time I hear this or see anything of the sort. In fact, I saw one such news right this morning. First slide, sir. World Environment Day, 5th June, we hear about this. Maharashtra to submerge 658 hectares of forests and 3 lakh trees for Mumbai Dam. These are 3 lakh trees that are just going to be cut or transplanted to some other area, but another 3 lakh trees are going to be cut to clear away areas for villages that they have to move to such areas to create these dams. So Mumbai, as you know, and a lot of cities around India are running short of water. The dam is being created to supply more water. The Forest Department's objections to the project were shot down, stating that since it is human right to drink water, the dam is a requirement, and therefore the Forest Department cannot object to the cutting down of trees in the area. That's news number 1. Next one. How many of you heard about this case at Hyderabad University? Would anybody like to briefly summarize this in one sentence? What happened?
Good morning, everyone. So this news is actually not very new. It has been around 2 to 3 months. Actually, since I first, more than that, yes, since I first heard of the news. So around 400 acres of forest was being cleared for urbanization, and the students in Hyderabad University decided to protest against that. The good news, sort of good news, is that they succeeded in getting the High Court to file a commission saying that the forest clearers are not allowed to do so, and they'll have to find an alternative for their project, and the already felled forest, the area which has already been cleared, would be reinstated and trees have to be planted, and a huge amount of fine has also been enforced on the people who initiated this civil change.
The Supreme Court had to step in to stop the overnight cutting down of trees. With the students protesting, they all marched up, protested. In fact, the 400 acres of land of Hyderabad University is a protected forested area, and it's one of the oldest areas in Hyderabad. Does anybody know of any other geographical feature in Telangana and Hyderabad particularly, which is geographically very, very sensitive and important? Serious problem in Rajasthan. Actually, there are Aravalli ranges have been cut down by some like mafia type people, and the minerals which are extracted from there are sold at high rates. So when a landmine is blasted there for the cutting down of the hill, the soil gets loosened up, and it leads to landslides and many more problems. So Hyderabad, if you've ever been to the city, you will notice has these huge red and pink rocks. Now what is really marvelous about about these rocks, they date back to almost, some of them date back to almost 2.5 billion years. They are as old as that. The last time I visited the city, I saw a number of those mountains and rocks cut down for urbanization. The reason why the Hyderabad University forest area was being cut down was to create India's largest eco-park. The irony of it. You want to create an eco-park and you're cutting down an already environmentally, strong area for that.
We also learned how mangroves, a geographical benison, were being cleared for commercial projects. The truth of massive deforestation caused by Adani-operated coal mines dawned upon us. The Great Nicobar project depicted the harsh reality behind the glossy images, hiding the profuse displacements of 229 Shonpins belonging to a particularly vulnerable tribal group.
How many of you heard of this one? So there are already 4 mines. So our Deccan Plateau region, your Chota Nagpur region, take out the map of India today, go into it geographically. All of this very minerally rich, great for mining. There are already 4 mines, by the way, in this area, and they want to open 2 more up. This one, again, is another one which has kind of related to the deforestation in the area. Next slide, please. Alright, another one. How many of you heard of the Great Nicobar project? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how much the news is being suppressed about this. So up to about 2-3 months ago, I was hearing about it a lot in the news. 0. I hear zilch about it now. Okay. Anybody would like to tell me what this is about quickly?
Of India, just recently when we had a conflict between Maldives and India, so government of India promoted Lakshmi, but now they are promoting Andaman Nicobar into a tourist destination, and they are making it a new Hong Kong, because Andaman Nicobar, its geographical location is very fruitful for India, because it is near the state of Malacca, so it can be favorable for tourist destinations also and military projects also. So they are cutting down a lot of trees. The government of India is saying that they want to create this island Andaman Nicobar to a new Hong Kong, because the India are poor, so all the ships, instead of going to India, first they will go there, so there is a profit for them.
Closer to home, 50% of the Kukrel forest in Lucknow is set to be cleared for a night safari. Has green space transformed into an entertainment zone? We must hold the government accountable, and for that reason, our principal ma'am and our teacher, Miss Neha Koshiti, urged us to use the power of word to write a letter or an email addressed to the authorities requesting them to take stricter actions.
I would urge every single one of you, if even half of you write a letter protesting, urging officials to stop something like this from happening, it would be remarkable. There is a hearing in the court on August 21st next month, giving the green flag for the project. We will know whether it's going to go ahead or not, even though plans for it and felling of trees has already started. See, what we as citizens do and urge. There's another recent news about Delhi, this rule by the government of 10-year-old vehicles. Does anyone know about that?
Yes.
What are we supposed to do? Sorry? Scrap. I mean, it becomes literally useless. So there are people who bought 65 lakh worth cars and they have to sell it off for about 5-6 lakhs or something. Because the government says you will not be allowed to run these vehicles, 10-year-old. And then what happened? Do you know what happened after that? Why did they revoke it? Public backlash. Everybody went in arms against the government saying, what nonsense is this? How can you come up with a ruling like this? And they backtracked, the government. That's the power of the people. That's our power. Right?
So can we use our power, 2,000 plus of us, by writing letters which we will present to the government? I can't say if it will make a dent or it will help save, but there is a hearing in court next month. And if we can make these representations and maybe urge our family members and relatives and grow that crowd of people who will make this representation, I think let's hope for the best. Because as we all know, this is all profit driven. Everything that is being done in the world today is profit driven. And shutting our eyes to all that should not be happening. So what kind of a world are we adults going to leave for you? And how concerned are you about the world that you're going to inherit? That it's your world to inherit, it's your planet to inherit. If you're concerned, raise your voice. Okay, can we do it? Is it difficult? 2 lines, 1 para, please write, we are not in favor, or whatever you want to write. But if you want to protect Lucknow, the lungs of Lucknow, right? That's what helps us.
We then concluded our assembly. In the wise words of Mahatma Gandhi, what we are doing to the forests of the world is but a mirror reflection of what we are doing to ourselves and one another.